Hey my friends, welcome back to another video tutorial from Facebook Apps Ninja. And within this video tutorial, what we're going to do is that we're going to go through a complete demonstration of the software itself so you can see what to do and how to use it behind the scenes, helping you to understand how to make use of this software. Now, after your purchase and you download the software on your desktop and you open it, this is the first page you are going to see. This is your profile page, the page where you need to fill out your basic information. For example, such as your Facebook username, which is the email that you have in Facebook itself. Next is your Facebook password. Once you plug this in and click save over here, whenever you open up the software will automatically open up your profile account. So this step is a must. So make sure you fill out your Facebook username and your Facebook password. Okay, the second thing to talk about is your Twitter account. Here you can place your Twitter username and Twitter password. This is for the purpose of integrating Twitter with your profile for social sharing purposes. And the third thing to talk about is your private policy URL and your terms of service URL. If you already have your private policy URL, go ahead and place that URL in this box. If you have your terms of service URL, go ahead and place that URL in this box. If it just so happens that you don't have your private policy URL and or your terms of service URL, you can use our URL from the website itself, and you can plug our URL in here for the purpose of supporting you through this process. So just know that you have that option to choose from. So the other thing you want to fill out in your profile are your deCAPTCHAs. So what you want to do is that you want to hover over here on the upper left corner where it says Tools. You click on that and the option for Capture Service Accounts open, and you want to click on that. When that opens, you hover over here where it says Add, and you click on that, and it gives you 3 selections to choose from in whatever deCAPTCHA services you are using. So let's say you are using Death by deCAPTCHA. You click on that, and you just fill out your username and password from Death by deCAPTCHA. If you are using deCAPTCHA, you fill out your username, password, domain, and port for deCAPTCHA. If you are using Bypass CAPTCHA, then you just enter your key for Bypass CAPTCHA. Now the CAPTCHAs are for the software to upload automatically, so you don't have to do that, because the software will do that for you automatically. How cool is that? Okay, moving right along. As you can see, the software is integrated with autoresponders, and this area here is the autoresponder settings. If you click on this button here, a menu will drop down, giving you the selection to choose from 5 different autoresponders, such as Aweber, MailChimp, Constant Contact, GetResponse, and iContact. Whichever one that you're using is the one that you will select. The fields that you see below you must fill out, such as the autoresponder ID and the autoresponder API key. The reason why it's important to fill this out is because as soon as your game lover downloads and or install your game application, their names and emails will automatically be added to your mailing list, which is what you want so you can start building a mailing list to market to. It is important for you to understand that different autoresponders provide different settings, so you must know which settings your autoresponders provide so you can fill out the fields correctly. There is a PDF file that we provide, which is like a manual, that explains this further. So when you get a chance, check out that PDF file so you can know how to properly set this up for yourself. Next, below, you can see here in this area, this is like a Facebook preview. The software provides this area so you can have a preview of your Facebook timeline and or Facebook newsfeed, so you can see what's going on in your Facebook account. Next, we're going to talk about these tabs that you see here, such as Install App, Fan Page, FanGate, Video Generator, and QR Code. But we're going to talk about these later on down the road. The next step we're going to be looking at is the workspace. The workspace tab is the tab that you click in order for you to access the back end of the software, the area in which where you create the applications themselves. So I'm just going to go ahead and click on that tab, and as I click on it, the software automatically takes me to the back end of the software. And voila, here we are, Facebook Apps Ninja. This, my friends, is where the magic happens. But before I go into extreme details, let me just briefly go over what each tab offers for you. Of course, the first tab, which is what we're in, Tutorial Dashboard, this is the page where you have access to all the tutorial videos that will coach you and educate you on how to use the software properly. So all you need to do is, let's say you want to watch the Marketing with Facebook Mindset of a Facebook User. Let's say you want to watch that video. All you have to do is hover over it and click on it, and as you can see on the right side, that video will be displayed. Now as we scroll up and we move to the second tab where it says Add Apps, it brings us to this page. And this, my friends, is the page. This is the kit and caboodles. This is the Monte Carlos. This is the meat of the software. This is where you actually create the applications themselves, such as FanPage, SqueezePage, FanGate, iFrame apps, game apps, webinar apps, voting apps, quiz apps. But we're not going to go through these right now. We're going to go through this further later on in the tutorial video. Let me just continue moving forward with the tabs. The next tab is the View Apps. Now, after you create your apps, let's say you have a list of 20, a list of 30 or 40 or 50, this is the page that you go to see the listings of your apps, making it easier for you to stay organized in knowing which ones are your apps. The next tab is the Report tab. This tab generates the report, and with this report you can fetch the name, email, geographic location for all the Facebook users who opt into your application. This, my friend, is like CIA and FBI stuff. Let me tell you, pulling out their names, emails, and geographic location is a great way to profile your customers. Not only that, but you can also download the report in a CVS file. Moving forward, the next tab is the Bonus tab. The Bonus tab is the place where you will access the bonuses that we will be releasing to you from time to time. Whole lot of goodies coming up, and you can expect that. The next tab is Resources. Here you will find other resources that you can use to help you expand your business further. And of course, Support. Here, whatever questions you have, whatever technical difficulties you may be experiencing, you can always contact us here, and we will reply to further assist you. Okay, now that I briefly went over each tab, let us go to Add Apps, and let us briefly go over some of these applications. Okay, so now we're going to go over these applications. The first one we're going to go over is Create Facebook Fan Page. So we're just going to click on this right here, and it brings us to the fan page. And then of course we move to the right side where it says Add New Fan Page, and this is where we click. And this brings us to this page. And this is the page that you use to create your applications. So we're going to go over each feature one by one, and I'm going to demonstrate how they look within an actual Facebook dashboard that we have created for a test run. Okay, so the first one says choose HTML template. When you click on it, a drop down menu opens and it gives you 10 different templates with 10 different colors to choose from. And this right here on the left side is more or less how your template's going to look within your Facebook dashboard. You can choose the pink, the orange, blue, black, and so on. The next one we're going to check is the title. Now the title is extremely important. Make sure you type in the title correctly, and make sure you don't retype the same title that you would use for different applications. So make this title simple, direct, and clear, and also unique. The next one we're going to be talking about is header banner. So we click on this box and this drop down menu appears. Now the header banner is pretty much this part of your template right up here that you see me hovering, this is your header banner area. So whatever image you upload in the header banner will be shown at that part of the template. So now make sure it's 800 pixels and you can click this button to upload it. Now also you can use our HTML text by clicking on this button here, and the text editor opens where you can design and edit your own head banner. And if you have an HTML code already, you can just click on the source and just copy and paste your HTML code to upload your header banner. Now as we scroll down, the next one is set custom tabs. So what you have to do is just click there and this menu will open. Now here you have your first tab title along with your first tab link URL. You have your second tab title along with the second tab link URL. You have your third tab title along with your third tab link URL. Now let me explain and show you a demonstration of what this is. And I already went ahead and opened up my Facebook test run site. Let me open that up. Now most people will think that the tab that we're referring to is this area of your timeline. This is not the tab that we're referring to. I repeat, this is not the tab that we are referring to. The tabs that we are referring to with the link URL is this. As I click on this tab, it takes me to this page. The tabs that this is referring to, tab title with the link URL, tab link URL, are these tabs here. We have home, we have buy, we have sell, we have search, and we have contact. So, for example, if this tab I type in home and then I put in the home URL link of a different website, that will be this tab. So when I open and click and open this tab, it takes me to this actual website. Now if I click on the second tab which says buy and I open up in a new tab, it takes me to this page within this website. So the tab title, once again, is this tab title, and the URL that you integrate here is the URL that connects to these tabs, that when they click it brings them to these different types of websites, which is a wonderful feature to have within Facebook. Okay, now moving on. The next feature we're going to be talking about is set image slider. Now this is similar as set custom tabs that we just spoke about, but now this is in regards to the image. So I'm just going to go ahead and click on that, and it opens up, and this is how it looks. We have image 1 URL, we have anchor link. Of course each image is 500 by 280. Now let me show you what that means here. Let me click on the example. So this is the image area, and this is also a slider. So whatever image I put here along with the URL and the anchor link is going to appear here. Now this is also a link, so when I open this and open this in a new tab, as you can see it's sliding already, this brings me to another website, the website that I'm replicating within my Facebook dashboard, but this is an actual website independently on its own. And this is what this feature here does. You can set up 4 images to slide at 500 by 280, URL and the anchor link, and what you get is this here within your Facebook dashboard. And again, if I click and open up a new tab, it takes me to a website, which is another great feature to have. Okay, moving along to the bottom section of the set image slider. Underneath that we have another feature which is about custom. Now this area here is this area over here where you see me hovering. Now as you remember the nav bar, when we click on this it takes us to different websites. This feature here is the same thing, it's just more like on the right sidebar area, and that area is filled in here. So you can design it as you wish with the text editor, or if you have an HTML code already custom designed, all you need to do is click on the source and copy and paste your HTML code here, and that will appear in this area over here next to the sliding image. The next feature we're going to be talking about is add custom content. So when you click on that, that opens this text editor here. this text editor here, whatever information you fill out will propagate over here, and this is the area for that. Now the other thing that you need to understand that's important about this feature, you see here in the bottom where it says treat as HTML code. If you click on that, and let's say you have an entire HTML code, a custom HTML code of how you want your fan page to look like in its custom version, what you would do is that you would copy and paste your HTML code within this text editor within the add custom content. Now it's important for you to know that when you do that, that will automatically override all these other features here, and also these features below, which we'll talk about in a few minutes. Once again, when you add your HTML custom code to this area within the add custom content, it will override everything else. So it's very important that you make sure that your URL images, or the images of your URL, is typed in correctly, because your images are not in our server. So in order for your images to appear within your fan page, you have to make sure that the URL images are typed in correctly. Okay, so moving right along to the next feature, which is add video code. Now of course that's just pretty straightforward. Let's say you have a YouTube video and you want to paste the HTML code of your YouTube video within your fan page. What you do is just copy and paste your YouTube video here, and that will look like this on the actual page right here. And this is an example of how that will look. Pretty cool. And it also comes with that little shadowy outline at the bottom as well, just to give it that extra zest, so to speak. Okay, the next feature we'll be talking about is add custom content. So what you'll do is just click on that box and another text editor will open up, and again here is where you'll be able to create your own content, or if you have your HTML code, you can just copy and paste your HTML code within the editor here. And this area of course will appear right below the YouTube video. Moving right along, and the next one we're going to talk about is add lead capture form. And what you do is that you click on that, and of course this box open, and all this is you copy and pasting your HTML code for your lead capture form, your opt-in form. So if you have Aweber or MailChimp, you'll get the HTML code from those resources, and then you just paste them in here, and that will look like this here. And this is the example of how that will look. Moving right along to the set social sharing, which of course we have Facebook like, YouTube like, Twitter like, and Pinterest. All you do is just fill out your social information here. Moving right along to the next feature, which is add footer content. We just click on that box, and again another text editor opens where you can design, and or if you already have your HTML code, you just click on the source and copy and paste your HTML source code for the footer area, which will look like this here. This is the footer area. And then of course the next feature is we had add Facebook comment form, and this is where you'll paste the code of your Facebook comment form. And last but not least, we have the small image, which is 75 by 75. The small image is this little image here that represents your Facebook picture that will be shared in people's timeline and in people's news feed. And there you have it, folks. When you're all said and done, all you do is click submit, and this will begin to integrate